Da, 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 da.
Greetings, fellow test subjects. Test subject 1337 here for Aperture Gaming. They make it. We test it. You play it. And now it is time to blow off some steam as Aperture Gaming is proud to present a boss review. Now, after the last game that I played, Mullet Mad Jack, that was pretty much very pedal to the metal, so I wanted to kind of ease off the accelerant a little bit. And, well, this next review that I'm doing, it kind of went from pedal to the metal. This one's like it's in neutral, borderline park, but at least it's not going in reverse. So, what am I reviewing today? Well, let's get into the review, shall we?
Series.
The name is Open Roads, and as far as I can tell, it is not a sequel, prequel, or in between quel.
Team.
This was developed by Open Roads Team, and it was published by Annapurna Interactive. Sorry if I mispronounced that.
Plot.
Set in the year 2003, you play as teenager Tess, aka Teresa. After the passing of her grandmother, she and her mother Opal are cleaning up the house after a estate sale. And while cleaning up, they discover a potential family secret, which leads them on a cross-country road trip for them to try to put the pieces together and figure out what's going on and learn a bit more about their grandmother's past and a little bit about themselves. It's an interesting story about a family and a mother-daughter dynamic.
Gameplay controls.
The game is in first-person mode. As Tess, you walk around in locations. You can interact with things. You can pick things up and look at them, turn them around. There's things you pick up and add to your inventory, which you can use later on. And then there's areas that you can read text on books or other things, or interact with your cell phone from 2003. And when you're not interacting on an on-foot location, you are riding in the front passenger seat with your mother in the car. And then there's a limited number of things that you can do in the car also. And aside from, so when you're interacting with your mother, and on the cell phone, you do conversations. It has a back and forth where it just goes through it, and then you have to figure out what the next response would be. Like, do you want to pick option A, B, or C? And then that plays out the corresponding answers of conversation.
Graphics.
The graphics is really interesting. The environment and background and landscapes, it's all done in CGI, but as for the human characters, they are depicted like it was a hand-drawn 2D, so it's really cool mixed media. And it's interesting seeing stuff from about a little over 20 years ago, seeing how the way houses were, computers, technology from back then, and the environment. Yeah, so they did everything just looks really cool, environmentally wise, and then for the characters, they did a really good job with how this looks.
Audio.
The audio, it's very mood driven, like based on how a conversation is going. There is some ambiance music, but sometimes you basically just get dead silence with you hear nature in the background, or you will hear your feet walking around, which will depend on what material you're walking upon. And the voice acting work between the two main characters, it is great. It's a really great conversation. It's really great hearing them have a conversation. It does almost sound like a mother-daughter conversation. I mean, just kudos, top work to the voice actors.
Multiplayer.
No, there is no multiplayer.
DLC.
No, there is no DLC.
Issues.
Alright, in terms of technology, there was one conversation someone was having. Now, they said, the last part of something they said was out here. But the text that was on the screen, it was listed as out there. They accidentally put a T in front of it. So there was just one slight technical issue. So aside from, there's no other technical issues I've encountered in the game so far, but there are a couple of nitpicks I have to point out. Stuff that you read, you can't re-access. Like there's no journal or anything that you can read through all the newspaper clippings or stuff that you've picked up. Also, it's a walking sim, and they do mean walking. Like you can't walk a little faster if you need to. So you're set at a very predetermined pace. And I guess one of the biggest issues is how this game is kind of... It's not... I can't even call it a game. I guess that this product is kind of boring. I played it for about 3 hours and I was like, okay, when does this get good? I remember Yahtzee once reviewed Final Fantasy 13, and he only did it for 5 hours and had problems with it. And he said that someone told him how the game gets good after 20 hours. That's not a strong selling point. Yeah, okay, yeah, because I tried this and, like, it's a very good narrative piece. Like, if this was to be used for, I don't know, a one season TV series or even a movie, I could see it as that. But as a game, like I said, I can't even call it a game. Like I said, it's more like narrative work. It's almost, I think I said on a different game I did earlier or another different product, it was very narrative, like Harold Halibut, I think I was talking about. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean, I was playing it, but I wasn't really enjoying it. I mean, it was holding my attention, but not really I'd call a game. Like, you walk around and you interact with stuff, and eventually you figure out what the slight puzzles are to solve, but it just seems like it's more like a visual novel.
Buy, rent, or pass.
If you couldn't tell from my little rant there, I'd say this game is definitely in the very low category of rent. In fact, it's rent, borderline pass. It's, like I said, it's a good narrative piece, but yeah, I can't believe I bought this.
Overall score.
Alright, so yes, great visuals, great audio, but the fact is, it's kind of, when I refer to this game as more of a product, yeah, I know they put in the time and the effort and the work, and I know and I think I recognize one of the studios, a different project they've worked on, but yeah, if I don't know, I thought it was gonna be more mystery stuff involved, like trying to find clues and put together things. I don't really know what I was expecting from this, but like I said, it would definitely be more suited for either a movie or at least a one season TV show. So I'm sorry to say that we here at Aperture Gaming give Open Roads a low, solid 7 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, I think there could have been something good here. I guess this is, like I said, it's more of a visual novel, so it's a very interactive show or movie, but yeah, I can't really call it a game. Yeah, I think it, yeah, going from the polar opposite of Mullet Mad Jack, this one went light on gory, heavy on story. As for Mullet Mad Jack was the opposite. But okay, hopefully next time we'll find something a little more entertaining. Yeah, so this is a cautionary review. Alright, well that's all the time we have for this episode of Aperture Gaming. I'm sorry about it being a slight disappointment, but hey, at least we got a chance to blow off some steam with a boss review. Until next time, this has been Test Subject 1337 for Aperture Gaming saying thank you for watching, game on, and have a nice day.